Hmm. Welcome. Hello, my name is Keith Hampton, and I am a customer of BitcoinTAF.com, or better known as BitcoinTrendandForecast.com. The reason I do this call is I want to introduce this company to as many people as possible. This is an amazing organization, a group of people that have absolute integrity wanting to help you understand the cryptocurrency world, how to get in, how to get involved, how to invest in it, how to trade that market, all of those factors. It is really, really incredible. We are blessed with having a unique individual that his name is Marius Landman, and he's developed incredible insight utilizing algorithms over the last 20, 30 years to be able to do analysis on different sets of data. And with that, he's able to do predictions that are uncannily accurate. That's the beautiful thing about it. He started off in the oil and gas sector, and he started predicting accidents, near misses, and deaths in the drilling and completion side of the industry. And over the years, the industry's has discovered just how accurate he is. And now they utilize this data and his algorithms worldwide in reducing serious events in the oil and gas sector. Since then, Marius has gone on and applied this technology to the stock market as well as the cryptocurrency market. And it has turned into just a phenomenal tool. I was introduced to this about 8 years ago. And quite frankly, I was a bit of a a non-believer. Let's put it that way. I couldn't believe that somebody could be able to utilize algorithms to be that accurate. And lo and behold, he has proven me wrong, and he's been incredibly accurate. And so, if you're interested in that sort of information, I highly recommend that you take a look at Marius's long-term reports that he does on Bitcoin, as well as the Elliott Wave reports that he does on the altcoins. So I think you'll find that for me, I like the Elliott Wave reports because I'm more invested in the altcoins versus Bitcoin. But to give you an example of just how accurate he is, let me just look at this comparison here. This goes all the way back to these predictions back in November of 2021. He predicted this whole downward cycle, which was going to be called the mastery pattern, and it turned out to be 100% correct. And then a year later, his algorithm predicted Bitcoin's turn to, in fact, even predicted it to the exact day, which was a bit uncanny, but it was accurate. And since then, he also predicted the this Pentagon pattern that was thwarted through supernatural intervention. Which was really amazing how that played out. And now we're into a new pattern today, which we call the Prince of Jerusalem cycle. And we got to remember, he's predicted all of this over 2 years ago, each of these patterns. And some of them go back 3, 4 years. And where we're at today, like he predicted 2 years ago, the Jaffa Gate, which is down here and it's now complete. And this was complete in March through June of 2023. He then went on to predict the Quick Zion Gate, as you can see here in December, all the way through the February of 24. And then from there, he predicted this dung gate, which was really a long downward exacerbating gate. It really took a long time to play out. It was 100% complete. But now, today, we're in this new gate, the Damascus gate. And so far, he has been 100% correct in all of this, what you're seeing here. All of this was predicted back 2 years ago. So the question I have for you folks is that if you look at the data and look how accurate he's been in the past, wouldn't it be nice to know where we're going in the future? And that's the $1 million question. Without his information, you're really guessing. Some people are guessing that the market is trended down now and we're going to turn around and head up. Others are predicting, no, it's going to kind of continue in this sideways pattern for quite some time. Others are predicting a drop, a quite severe drop. The question is, which one is correct? If you're an investor in this space, you want to know where we're going over the next 3 months, 6 months, the next year, 2 years. This is the information that's critical. And that's what you get with Marius's long-term reports. And so I highly recommend that you take a look at his algorithms and his reports and look at the accuracy of it. And believe me, you won't be disappointed in the information. And along with that, while the market is so, how would you call it, not really been kind to us over the last 2 or 3 months, and it's a good time to look at getting more training and education. And so while you're at it, you must well start learning how to trade cryptocurrencies. And they have some of the best trading courses on earth. You can start off with a self-paced foundational course. They also have a live course as well, depending on the timing that you want to take it. And once you've completed that, the next journey is the ultimate trading course. This course is phenomenal. It's by far, in my opinion, the best trading course out there. And I've tried other courses in the past, paid 2 or 3 times as much, and got 1/3 the value out of it. So this information is very, very valuable to what is happening in the market, when to be trading, when maybe not to be trading. Sometimes, a no trade is just as profitable as doing a trade. And we even have a little tool that you also can get started called the HODL Fire. This is an amazing tool that actually looks at tops and bottom trends so that if you could have some good guidance as to when to get into the market. So with all that training, let me just show you what I've learned from that. And I'm going to go to a chart here. This is a chart called XRP. And you'll notice that we are on 12-hour candles. And when I look at that, without the training and guidance, I really don't know what to do next. But what I can tell you is that from the training, I know that we're in a long downward pattern. But I need to bring up more training and education, more indicators to give me guidance here. So I would be looking at all the different tools that they have provided me. Now, we talked a little briefly about the HODL Fire. The HODL Fire is an amazing tool. See, it gives us a lot more information. It tells us when there's been pivot tops, pivot bottoms. And so we can utilize that data to try and trade this, knowing when to get in and when to get out. So, for example, if you just use this tool all by itself, I would be really looking at this, not wanting to be in the market right now, because we've got a pivot top here and a pivot bottom. And now the reason why that's in blue is that it's not 100% confirmed that it's a top. That may go away. You see, when you're at the front of a market, you have indicators that are reasonably accurate, but there's no 100% guarantee on any indicators. You have to learn to use other data. So I start adding in other data. So I start looking at a tool that we use in the ultimate trading course. And these are called Detonator A, where I'm looking at this weighted moving average and this bull line. So this gives me added confluence that this is a very negative market and this is not a time for me to enter, even though I've got a bottom pivot and a bull tag. But I'm looking for more confluence. So I'm going to bring up other tools called the Detonator B and C that we utilize in this course. So here we've got pluses and minuses. We've got a plus with a bottom pivot and a buy tag. That's a plus. We've got a negative with below the bull line and below the EMA. So that's neutral. We've got a plus sign here saying it's positive, but we've got a negative sign here saying negative. So right now, this is no man's land. It really hasn't given us any indication as to when to enter the market. You see, with that information, I can relax, be patient, and allow time to expire to move along so that I see when we actually can enter this marketplace, when we get into a bull market. So for example, when I go back, look where things have changed. Now I'm above the EMA and the bull line is crossed over where I'm underneath there. This is where I would be seriously looking at getting into the market. We've got a bottom pivot here, and we've got some buy tags at the bottom over this time frame. We've got some trigger buttons here, and we're over the zero line, and the green is trading over the blue. So this would have been a good area to have entered the market. And then I would have exited the market once it went to the top and we've gotten a top pivot. I would have gotten out because from that point on, we start coming down again. And then you notice here now we're just wobbling between the two. I could have done some shorter trades and maybe on some shorter time frames, but the risks would have been extremely high. And then again, we've had some terrible drops since then. So you can see that patience is the key. That's one of the things we teach in the courses. And so that's how I utilize this information. So folks, is when the market's going like this, it's time for us to slow down and get a look at the training and education. So this is a perfect time to get educated on utilizing the indicators so that you can make better decisions going forward. Because when that market turns, which we do expect into the next year, I want to know when that's going to be turning and when I need to be entering that marketplace. So with that, I wanted to just share that with you today, and hopefully that you'll take advantage of the opportunities and come on in, look at the website, go ahead and sign up for free, and then choose one of the courses. I think you'll be very, very pleased. In fact, I think you'll be shocked at the value of the information. We have been very successful, or they've been very successful over the years, and I've been extremely pleased. So with that, I'd like to thank you for taking the time to listen to me today, and hopefully we'll see you on the other side. Have a great evening. Take care.